Good morning, all of you. So, today I am going to teach you the lesson The Snake and the Mirror Children, that is part 3. So, in previous class, we discussed about the what is that he wants to marry fat and rich and well practiced, doctor medicine medical practice, well medical practice, rich woman and fat woman he wants to marry. Such a woman he wants to marry children. So why, because why he wants to marry such a fat woman? Suppose if he do any mistake for silly reason, so not to catch. If he when he runs, she can't catch him. If she was fat, is it or not? So with that intention, he wants to marry a fat woman. So like that, with such silly thoughts, in his mind, it's going on, children. Now next para I am going to continue. So children, with such thoughts in my mind, I resumed my seat in the chair in front of the table. So there were no more sounds from above. Suddenly there came a dull thud as if a rubber tube had fallen to the ground. Surely nothing to worry about. Even so, I thought I would turn around and take a look. No sooner had I turned than a fat snake wriggled over the back of the chair and landed on my shoulder. The snake's landing on me and my turning were simultaneous. Yes, children, this is the para. So he wants to marry such a fat woman, as children. So with such thoughts in his mind, I resumed my seat, means his seat in the chair in front of the table. As children, like that he resumed again with such thoughts. He sat in the chair in front of the table. He sat in the chair in front of one table is there. On the table, comb is there. Book is there, lamp is there, children. So he sat on the chair in front of the table, children, with such thoughts. Next, table. There was no more sound from above. Yes, children. Till then, while he was doing something, 2 times he heard the sound of traffic of rats on the gable. As children, but there were no more sounds from the above. Next, children. Suddenly there came a dull thud as if a rubber cube had fallen to the ground. Suddenly he heard a different sound. Okay, what is that? That is like a rubber tube. Which type of sound? A rubber tube, when it falls down, such a sound he heard. The sound is called thud. Thud means a dull sound. So as if a rubber tube falls from the above, such a sound he heard this time. Surely nothing to worry. Surely nothing to worry about. Then he himself thoughts in his mind that, oh, there is no problem. There is no problem. He thought like that. Who thought like that? Who thought? The homeopathy doctor thought like that. There is a sound like a rubber tube. So then there was no problem. He thought like that. Next, children. Even so, I thought I would turn around and take a look. He thought that nothing, there is no problem. But whatever it may be, suddenly he took a look around. He took a look around. He took a look around. Then, children, no sooner had I turned than a fat snake wriggled over the back of the chair and landed on my shoulder. As children, he thought that there was no problem. There is no problem. He thought like that. Suddenly, when he turned back, no sooner had I turned. No sooner means as soon as he turned back, suddenly a snake, it wriggled to the chair and slowly it was coming up towards his shoulder. Next, wriggled over the back of my chair and landed on my shoulder. The snake's landing on me and my turning were simultaneous. Simultaneous means at the same time. Yes, children. When he looked, he turned back, he turned around, and the snake landed on his shoulder. Both happened at a time. When he looked around, the snakes landed on his shoulder. Both actions are done at a time. Simultaneous means at a time. Okay, children. So like that, both actions have done at the same time, children. So let's go to next passage. Next passage. So I did not jump, I did not tremble, I did not cry out. There was no time to do any such thing. The snake slithered along my shoulder and coiled around my left arm above the elbow. The hood was spread out, and its head was hardly 3 or 4 inches from my face. Yes, children. Then what is that? Where was the snake? On his shoulder. When he looked back, suddenly the snake is there on his shoulder. So then I did not jump. He did not jump. He did not tremble. Tremble means shake. There is no shake in his body. I did not cry. He did not shout. He did not shout, children. So he did not jump. He did not tremble. He did not cry out. There is no movement in his body, as children. So there was no time to do any such thing. As children, he can't run. He can't move. Nothing he can. Why? Because now where was the snake? Snake was on his shoulder. Yes, children. Then how can he move? Next. The snake slithered along my shoulder and coiled around my left arm above the elbow. This is elbow, children. This is shoulder. Now the snake is on his shoulder. Slowly it slithered down, means glide down, comes down. Slowly it comes down to his arm, and it is coiled around his arm. Now snake on his left arm near to his face. Next, the hood was spread out, and its head was hardly 3 or 4 inches from his face, children. Yes, now it slowly glided down and coiled around his to his arm. Now the snake head was spread. Its hood. Hood means the upper part of the snake when it extends. Okay, so the snake's hood was very near to his face. It was very hard, children. Just 3 to 4 inches away to his face. As children, that is the position he was in. Who was in? The homeopathy doctor was in. As children. Next paragraph. It would not be correct to say merely that I sat there holding my breath. I was turned to stone, but my mind was very active. The door opened into darkness. The room was surrounded by darkness. In the light of the lamp, I sat there like a stone image in the flesh. As children. So, it would not be correct to say merely that I sat there holding my breath. As children, he sat there holding his breath. There is no movement in his body. He holded his breath. Next, I was turned to stone like a stone. Can the stone it move itself? It can't move itself. So like a stone, there was no movement in his body, children. Next, but my mind was very active. Okay, so what was going on? Everything he knows, but there was no movement in his body. But his mind was sharp. His mind was active. His mind was active means vibrant. Vibrant means active, sharp. As children. The door opened into darkness. The room was surrounded by darkness. As children. The door was opened into darkness. The room was darkness. Why? because the house was not electrified, as children. So, in the light of the lamp, I sat there like a stone image in the flesh. As children, he sat on the chair in front of the table. So, on the table, light is there, comb is there, book is there. So, light is there only on the table. Remaining of the total room was surrounded by darkness, as children. So, in the light, in front of the table, he sat like a image, stone image, stone, like a stone, he sat there, children. Next paragraph. I felt then the great presence of the creator of this world and this universe. God was there. Suppose I said something and he didn't like it. I tried in my imagination to write in bright letters outside my little heart the words, "Oh God." As children. So I felt that the great presence of the creator of the universe and the world. Okay. So who is the creator of the universe? Who is the creator of the universe? God. Then children, he is imagining what is that? He is worshipping God in that moment to save him. To save him. Yes. Suppose I said something and he didn't like it. I tried in my imagination to write in bright letters outside my little heart the words, "Oh God." In his imagination, he is writing bright letters means he is worshipping the God. Okay. So for what? To save him. Really God is there, he is believing. Why? Because just snake's hood is there just 3 to 4 inches away to his face. But it did not struck him. It did not struck him. It did not bite him. So then he is believing that God was there. Next. There was some pain in my left arm. It was as if a thick leaden rod, no, a rod made of molten fire was slowly but powerfully crushing my arm. The arm was beginning to be drained of all strength. What could I do? What could I do? Excellent. There was some pain in my left arm. There was some pain in my left arm. Why was his left arm pain? Because the snake, what is that, coiled around his arm above the elbow. Above the elbow. Here it was coiled. The total snake's weight is there on his left arm. Next. It was as if a thick leaden rod. How he feels the snake's weight? How he feels the snake's weight, children? Like a rod. Like a rod. Rod is very heavy, iron rod. Like leaden rod also is weight, children. So he feels it is the weight of the rod. Leaden rod made of molten fire was slowly but powerfully crushing my arm. The arm was beginning to be drained of all strength. So he can't carry. Okay, he can't bear the weight of the snake. So his strength gradually it is decreasing. It is draining. Drain is nothing but a decrease. Here drain means decrease. So slowly the weight, slowly the strength of his arm draining. That means decreasing, as children. So what can I do? So what could I do? The doctor, he himself questioning that. What could I do? Why? Because the snake is there on his shoulder. The snake's hood is very just 4 inches away to his face. So he can't bear, he can't carry. So the strength of his hand decreasing. So, but he can do nothing. Can he do anything? Can do nothing. He feels that suppose if he moves, the snake would struck him. That is the fear. That is the fear he feels. That's why he sat on the chair like a stone image. Stone image. That is the position, children. That is the position of the doctor. So that's why he is telling that what could I do in that position? What could I do? In the above line, I refers to the homeopathy doctor. What could I do? He is questioning himself. As children like that. Okay, so children, next paragraph. At my slightest movement, the snake would strike me. Death lurked 4 inches away. Suppose it struck. What was the medicine I had to take? There were no medicines in the room. I was but a poor, foolish and stupid doctor. I forgot my danger and smiled feebly at myself. As children. So at my slightest movement, the snake would strike me. As children. Suppose if I move, if it is there any slight movement, definitely the snake bite me. That is the feeling of the doctor. Next, death lurked 4 inches away. Why he said like that? Death lurked just 4 inches away. This is 1 inch, 2 inches, 3, 4 inches, and like that, this distance. Okay. So children, just 4 inches away, the snake's hood is there. Suppose if he moves, if is there any slight movement in his body, it struck him. That is the feeling of the doctor. Next, suppose it struck. What was the medicine I had to take? All this is going on in his mind, children. In whose mind? In doctor's mind. Suppose if the snake struck me, I mean struck him, what was the medicine he had to take? Next, there were no medicines in the room. Was there any medicine in his room? There was no medicine in his room. Next, I was but a poor, foolish and stupid doctor. He is blaming himself, children. He was blaming himself. Why? He never imagined such a danger. That's why he didn't kept medicine regarding to snake bite. Okay. So whatever it may be, he is blaming himself that I am a poor, foolish and stupid doctor. I forgot my danger and smiled feebly at myself. So he smiled himself and smiled. Okay. So that is the smiled feebly means that is the condition, not knowing what to do. Not knowing what to do. In such a situation he is in. He is in, children. Who is in? The homeopathy doctor is in, children. That is the situation of the doctor. If the snake bite, which type of medicine he had to take, but there were no medicines in that room. He didn't expect the danger. So how can I do? What can I do? What is my position? All these thoughts were going on in his mind. Next paragraph. It seemed as if God appreciated that the snake turned its head, it looked into the mirror and saw its reflection. I don't claim that it was the first snake that had ever looked into a mirror. But it was certain that the snake was looking into the mirror. Was he trying to make an important decision about growing a mustache or using eyeshadow and mascara or wearing a vermilion spot on its forehead? That is, it is parachute. Now I shall explain you line by line. It seemed as if God appreciated that the snake turned its head. Yes, children. So many thoughts were going on in his mind like that, children. Suddenly, the snake's head it turns towards the mirror. It turned its head towards the mirror. and saw its reflection, and saw its reflection. Yes children, so the snake's face, it looked into the mirror. Next, I don't claim that it was the first snake that had ever looked into a mirror. Actually human beings looks into the mirror, but this he thinks that, he feels that it was the first snake which it looks into the mirror. Then that is the feeling of the doctor. Why? Because now the snake turned its head towards the mirror and it's looking its beauty in the mirror. Then he thought that it was the first snake to look into the mirror. But it was certain that the snake was looking into the mirror. Was it trying to make an important decision about growing in a stock, or using eyeshadow and mascara, or wearing a vermilion spot on its forehead? The doctor imagining that why the snake was looking into the mirror. Is it thinking about growing mustache, or applying mascara, or vermilion spot on its forehead? So is it thinking about its own beauty? The doctor questioned him, he himself questioned in his mind like that, while the snake was looking into the mirror. Yes, so these are the paragraphs today I explained. With tomorrow lesson will be completed. Tomorrow is the last class regarding to this lesson children. So everything children, antonyms, synonyms, everything you have to guess. Okay na? So in every line you have to guess children. Okay, so every point you have to catch children, then only you can answer. How many inches away it is there to his face, and what is the meaning of hood? Otherwise, what is the name of the book that he in yesterday class question children? What is the book that he had taken from the box? What is the name of the book? Next, okay, so like that, every line you have to catch children. Every line you have to catch. Okay na? What is the, suppose what is the V3 of sa? Okay, so different questions children, different questions. So what is the antonym of important? Different questions. So what is the meaning of mascara? What is the meaning of vermilion? So like that, every point you have to catch, in every angle you have to think. So every word you have to imagine what is the synonym, what is the antonym. So line to line you have to catch, and then only you will get out of. Okay, so children, this is the class for today. Thank you one and all. Let's meet tomorrow.